to the U.S. Army postgame show.
The wait is over. Finally, the wait is over for the Browns. They get a win for the first time in 635 days. And the wait is over because they get to see Baker Mayfield on the field tonight. What a treat this has been to have Joe Thomas on the set as well with us.
Yeah.
Riding through
What's
this
up,
game.
Joe? What's up, man? What's up, Joe?
Running up and down the sidelines. Michael Irvin was blessing footballs, I feel like, before the game. All of the fans are almost all of the fans.
The fans is lit right now.
What a night this has been for the Browns. A 21-17 win for them. I mean, Joe, I saw you out there celebrating with your old teammates. How does that feel?
This is an unbelievable feeling. Unfortunately, it's been way too long to wait to get this feeling of a victory here in First Energy Stadium for all these fans, for all these coaches and these players that have worked so hard week in and week out, heard about how they weren't good enough, how they couldn't do it. To finally be able to do it here on the biggest stage in pro football is incredible. And to be able to do it with the guy I've been saying all night that they need to put in.
I cannot believe, Joe.
Totally in front of that one.
And we don't mind. We understand the pain that Joe's been going through. Watching young guys come up and come in here and not live up to the buildings. But I'll tell you, we talked about this some, you know, it's about a personality too. Did they pick the right guy when they picked Baker Mayfield? I think not only did you get the win, you got to ease your mind that, yeah, we got the right guy for Cleveland and Baker Mayfield, because you got to see both guys on the field at the same time. What a job. That was a tough situation.
It was.
But Baker Mayfield came in the game and he won the game in that kind of a situation. This crowd has not left. They are so excited.
How about these people right here?
They're so excited, man. Look at these fans right now, bro.
Some of the most loyal fans that I've ever
most
seen.
Loyal fans in all of college. In the NFL. What is, I don't know.
Look, you're very excited.
He's a little emotional.
I'm a little too excited
He's a little bit too excited.
It feels like college, though.
It does.
The
It has that college football atmosphere to it, man. And this is what pro football is all about, man. This right here, the stories that are written, Baker Mayfield stepping in a tough situation, driving his football team down the field, breathing life and energy into this team. Before he stepped in, this place, you could hear a pin drop.
Oh, yeah.
Literally hear a pin drop.
Forget what the building sounded like in your ear gate. You saw what they looked like with your eye gate.
Yes.
The Cleveland Browns looked like a little league football team until Baker Mayfield got on that football field, and it changed everything. I have to say this. I wonder, what have they been seeing in practice that they kept that young man off the football field for this long? We got the last 2 years, we got to see what Deshaun Watson came off that bench and what he did and had a great game for Houston. And tonight, we got right here on Thursday Night Football to see Baker Mayfield make his entrance. Hey, call him now Baker Money Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is what he is.
Hey, let's not undersell how difficult that was.
That was very difficult.
To be able to come in where he came in at the end of the first half, to be able to move the ball down the field, and then without any practice.
Yes.
He did not take any practice reps with that one unit.
And
he was running the scout team.
All the blitzes. He hit the right people.
Not to mention, he was taking shots down the field, too. I mean, these weren't, we saw Sam Darnold with a ton of just tiny dink and dunk little passes and stuff. Baker Mayfield was slinging it down the field.
I was impressed by how he handled the blitz, because there was a few times where they brought pressure to that side and it didn't even faze him. He stood in that pocket, threw the football, threw a strike down the football field, man, just like you're supposed to. That's the way.
That's right.
That's the way it's supposed to look.
That's
the way it's supposed to look. Right?
Everybody celebrating. I saw a lovely embrace between you and Hugh Jackson. I think we have a shot of that as well. But it's just a really cool moment. It's got to be for you, Joe, just to be here as well. This is your first TNF, and now it's in Cleveland for them to get the win.
Yeah, I love that man. You know, I had him as a head coach for a few years. And I learned so much from him, and I respect him so much as a head coach. And he's had the hardest row of any head coach in the history of pro football, in my opinion. I mean, this team was torn down to the studs when he took the job. He didn't take the job knowing that they were going to let go of all of their good players, basically. And when he took it, he's been a true professional. He's been a class act the entire way. He's never complained about the situation he's been put in, but he's always been bringing the energy and the fire and giving everything he had for what he's doing as a head coach. You got to give that guy a lot of credit.
A lot of credit. Loves the process. Reggie, you and I was talking to him prior to the game, and he talked about finding that perfect blend of veterans mixed with young guys and put them all together and teach the young guys that have talent, those veterans, teach them how to win and how to perform and coming out of it. He said, Michael, we're right on the edge. We're right on the edge of seeing the fruit of all of our hard labor tonight. They got fruitful.
But let's not forget the most important part of this game was I called it. I said it was going to happen. I said he was going to come in the game, and they was going to get the win.
It's true.
And what happened?
It's true.
He got the win.
Joe, you almost got the right score, too. 21-17.
I was right there. I think I said 20-17.
That's right.
That's pretty close.
That's pretty
close. You got to give me credit.
Right there.
It's amazing.
And we saw an amazing performance from all of the supporting cast here with Antonio Callaway having a great game, Carlos Hyde, everybody pitching in.
Man, you got to look at some of these throws, man. These are not throws that you see a young guy, like Joe talked about, not getting a whole practice all week, make those kinds of plays. It takes a certain kind of confidence to come in the game and play that way. That's why everybody got it right. The Jets got their quarterback, but Cleveland Browns definitely got it right in taking Baker Mayfield first. That guy showed up tonight, and I mean, that's impressive. That was very impressive.
His accuracy was unreal, man. I didn't see him throw not one bad snap. I didn't see him take one bad snap. Maybe other than during that first 2 minutes where he took the sack from the back. But still, man, every throw was lazy, was on the money, was catchable, was on time, and it gave the receivers a chance to make a move after they caught the football.
He was throwing the ball in rhythm throughout that entire time he had the ball when he was on offense. That's really impressive for a rookie because you don't see that from rookies a lot of times. You see a lot what we saw from Sam Darnold. Holding on to the ball if that first receiver's not open, trying to run around, and then you get scrambled, and all of a sudden you're getting sacked or you're throwing an interception late across the middle. For Baker Mayfield to look like a 10-year vet like he did, we cannot undersell how impressive that performance was.
Joe, we talked about it indoors in our green room, and we talked about when they showed that behind the quarterback camera view, and you saw the receivers coming over. He was sliding that ball right by Baker's hand, right an inch away from their fingers, and right in the pocket of those receivers. When you got that backside view and you saw that was like, whoa, that's a rookie doing that? That's impressive.
Doesn't look like a rookie at all. He doesn't have any fear. It seems like he's so confident. And to just be thrown into the mix with a minute 42 left in the first half, they're trailing, and the life just seemed like it was sort of sucked out of this stadium at that point. And then when he came in, everything changed.
Oh my God, the energy.
Let's not forget, his receivers made some drops in that second half.
They did.
That if they wouldn't have, this might have been, I'm not going to say a blowout, but it wouldn't have been as close because there were some guys that are reliable. Jarvis Landry, Antonio Callaway, dropped easy balls. That were right there, great throws.
But what you do, you go in the film room and you say, God, it's great to go in this feeling because you'll say, wow, what a great win that is. And let's look at the things we could have done to even be better as we get ready to play our next game.
What's up, brother?
An incredible win right there.
This is a party. We're gonna have somebody else joining us in just a second. I can see Baker Mayfield walking over here to the set. Oh, I'm sorry, I left you hanging, buddy.
The man of the hour right here.
This is awesome. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna have Baker right up here. We have some surprises for him, and then also coming up tonight on Total Access, we have Von Miller. It's a party on NFL Network. Don't go anywhere.
This boy's about to party tonight. Yes, sir.
That's right. Von Miller tonight on TA, immediately following the post-game show when we're done here in Cleveland.
You are watching the U.S. Army post-game show. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
Before there could be a nation, there had to be people willing to fight for it, to take on the world's greatest challenges, whatever they might be. So the U.S. Army masters not only tactics and strategy, but also physics and chemistry. We make battle plans and create breakthroughs in medicine, science, and engineering. Our next mission could be anything, so we prepare for everything.
Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Get ready for kickoff with NFL Game Day Morning.
Have you not seen the last half century?
After a tough loss in Tampa, the Eagles are done waiting on Carson Wentz.
Wentz, they've got him. He escapes. How'd he do it?
Our guys will let you know what to expect in Carson's comeback. And what do you get when you pair two Super Bowl winning QBs? Some unique insight into playing the toughest position in all of sports.
I don't visualize failure. I visualize success and what it's going to look like.
Plus, it's a battle of 0-2 teams when the Giants head to Houston. Our experts explain whose stars will step up and save their season. All that and more, Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern on NFL Game Day Morning.
We have your play of the game presented by the U.S. Army here, and it is that
Philly special.
Two-point conversion.
We hit him with the Philly special.
We got to ask you about that in a second, what the name of that play was. But what a game for Baker Mayfield here and the Browns in Cleveland in prime time, in Baker's debut here. There is just so many things to unpack with this.
At the bit to
and
be out there with you
Hugh
guys.
Jackson.
He's handled everything the right way. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of Coach Zampese because Zampese spends a lot of time with this guy. He's busted his ass. Where's Baker Mayfield?
Yes, Baker Mayfield, you got the game ball. We also have gifts for you as well. We have a gift for you, Joe, and for Baker. They're T-shirts. We had, listen, unlimited budget here. We have these T-shirts that have been made.
You made shirts for our first win.
I know we shouldn't have, right?
I think Jarvis
Joe,
made
hold
those.
this up for everybody. Let's see what this looks like. So, Baker, I mean, your debut was amazing. And to do it here in front of your home fans and get the Browns their first win in 635 days. How you feeling right now? Pretty good about yourself?
I feel good.
I guess so.
We finally put the pieces together a little bit. Joe knows more than anybody else around here, this crowd deserved to see that first win at home. And so that's the thing I'm most proud of, is we put it together for the fans at home.
Yeah. Baker, how did you have the confidence to go out there and perform lights out the way you did without taking any first-team reps during the week? That just astounds me for a rookie quarterback to be able to go out there and get the mental reps during practice and to be able to perform the way you did without any live reps. It just blows my mind. How did you have that confidence?
As corny as it sounds, it's kind of how my whole life's gone. I've had a backup role and had to, fight through some things, and always had to be mentally ready and ready to go. I don't get the reps, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that I don't have to know what's going on. I went through OTAs, I went through training camp, I got the plays. It's just about now I got to go do it with the ones. With better players around me, I should be able to do it.
Yeah. Talk to me about the pressure you felt now, because you hear it. We hear it all the time. Like, hey, there are a lot of first-round quarterbacks that have come in here and not performed well. We're not going to rest Baker Mayfield on the football field, but you had to play tonight because circumstances dictated that. Yeah. Talk to me about that.
That's never the way you want to get out on the field. Not when you see one of your captains go down. That's a guy I have tremendous respect for. He's helped me out tremendously throughout this process. So that's never the way I want to go out there, but at the same time, I was never thinking about all the quarterbacks we've had play in the past here. Right. I've always told myself I'm different, and the past is the past. You got to hit the reset button. You got to take the next step forward.
When you entered the game, there was a spark and energy in this stadium that I have not seen in this stadium in a long time. Did you feel the energy when you went into the game, and what did that mean to you, man, for these fans to be cheering for you like that?
Oh, yeah, I felt the energy. It was an unbelievable feeling. When we got that first field goal, they were happy about that, first of all, but then I just felt the energy. Defense started playing well, and I just felt it. So that builds confidence in us. You feel that energy, you thrive off it. We get a couple plays going, get the chains moving. It's unbelievable what that does for the offensive line. We got a young guy at left tackle. The confidence for him, that's an unbelievable thing to have.
With that energy, and all of that comes great responsibility also now, because they are now laying everything right on the back of Baker Mayfield.
You're the savior.
How do you feel about all of that pressure of being the riser of this whole
He
Cleveland
looks like he's
Brown
really
organization?
sweating it out right now. Yeah.
It's okay. I didn't do this by myself, and I'm not going to handle it that way. I had a lot of guys play well around me. You talk about a guy, number 80, fighting through injury all week, and then coming out here today and playing great.
I like that.
We had great defensive play, playing up against a good team. And it's getting the ball out quick. You're not going to get to the passer very often, but we found a way to do it a couple times. And we put the pieces together. And I'm happy with what we have, and now we just got to build on it.
Yeah. The streets are packed right now.
Did they open the Bud Light thing?
Oh, yes, they did.
Dilly. Those beer fridges unlocked today. By the way, what was the name of that 2-point conversion, the play?
It may or may not have been Philly special, but keep in mind the last game I played, I caught a pass too.
I remember that.
Hey, you look more excited about catching the passes, catching that.
You know how it is, Mike.
What you mean? He never get a chance to catch it.
Oh, he was so excited about that, man. He was tired. Now, watch how Baker acted. We went running, high stepping. He said, I get to be a wide receiver now and act.
That's how you're supposed to act.
Yeah, I remember when you did it in the Rose Bowl. Like this, it's so great that you guys ran this. But I want to know, like, what was the message at halftime? What were you guys talking? What did you tell your guys at the half?
Just to keep fighting, keep pushing. That's been the message all week, is push, push, push. You know, we've had a couple things go down in the past few weeks that have cost us the game. Put it all together, and no matter what happens, the most important play is always the next one. You got to fight through adversity, and you got to keep going.
That's right. Philly special. That's amazing. You know I'm going to work Philly in this show, Reggie.
So the only reason she's asking you that is because she's a Philly fan. That's why she wanted to know if it was called Philly special.
I wasn't chosen to be born there. That's where I'm from. Hey. So we also have, I think we have another gift for you, too. We're showering you with gifts today after this win.
Is it a beer? Is it a beer?
No, we have a cake for you. Yes. So the wonderful people here made this amazing cake for Thursday Night Football, and we feel it's only
Bring that cake up here.
What kind of cake is it?
That we give it to you so you can enjoy it. Also because your name is Baker. Hey, one more cookie for everybody. Woo! Yes, so you can take that. You can enjoy it with the fans, with your teammates, whatever you want to do with that.
I want to give a quick shout out. It's Carlos Hyde's birthday. Yes. Andy is about to have his baby.
He's not had a baby yet.
Not yet. He's rushing to the hospital right now.
That's amazing. Oh, my God, man. Hey, wait, let me give you some dap on being that kind of a leader right there, man. I guarantee you, he'll hear about that, and that'll run through the locker room.
That's my man,
big
Guapo.
Time, buddy. That's big time right there.
He had a great game, too, Carlos Hyde.
Really good game.
What makes him so special, Baker, when you're playing
with him? He's a physical runner. You know, when you got a guy like that it can put the pieces together.
Joe, don't do it, bro.
This isn't my first time,
Just
Joe.
lost 40 pounds, Joe.
He's doing the interview. There
you go.
He just lost 50 pounds.
The size of my head.
He just lost 40, 50 pounds. Don't do it, bro.
I'll get it all back if I one slice of this straight to my hips.
This is not a knife, because if you cut that hand, they will not allow us out of Cleveland. We will get caught up. You make sure you're safe. They will not allow us out of Cleveland if anything happens to you. Man, just a great job, man.
Appreciate it.
And the game that Antonio Callaway has, I mean, he's been playing not just tonight, but he's been awesome. Last week, he was great. In the preseason, he was awesome. What's it like to play with him? What are some of his strengths when you're out there on the field? Because he really flashes.
He's an explosive guy. He's got elite speed, and you guys saw that on that last touchdown in New Orleans. He turned on the burners. It looked like he was going full speed, but hit another gear. So he's a guy that, we've been talking about that next man up mentality, and then, ever since number 12's out of here, Callaway's had a big role to step up, and so we've been counting on him, and he's made plays, and we've been very proud of that. And that's a rookie making plays in critical times.
Baker, one of the things that stood out to me, and we all saw it over here. It seems like, and not to talk about Tyrod, but when he was in the game, all of them were dinks and dunks. You got right in the football game and start going up the field with the ball and throwing strikes. Was that by design?
I've always, told myself, put the pressure on them, be the aggressive one. We talked about that this week as well. Push, and be the aggressive one. So that's what we tried to do, put the pressure on them. And also, they were getting in some fronts and some stuff that was tricking us at first. So play hurry-up ball, push the ball downfield so they can't do that.
How much would you pay right now for Colin Cowherd to be sitting in the seat that I'm sitting in right now?
You think I want to celebrate this with him?
No, seriously, though.
Take that, Colin.
Did you have a plan when you got into the end zone? Because it looked like you were a little bit confused on that celebration. You didn't know which way to go.
Talladega Nights, like I didn't know what to do with my hands.
Exactly.
Hey, it's okay because he did the same thing earlier today.
That's true.
Field goal outside. He made it. He didn't know how to celebrate. He was like,
He did Frank the Tank.
I haven't celebrated in years, so I'm.
Did Frank the Tank?
Yeah, right?
He did Frank the Tank.
I did that. I
Pretty
showed my
good.
age a little bit. It was all right.
You brought it back. I like that. Throwback
This is a great
Thursday.
win, and it's a great celebration. But these people are looking for way bigger wins and want way bigger celebrations. And all of that depends on you, buddy. Can you handle all of that pressure?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Thanks for that. Yeah. No, it's okay. You know, we talk about it. We divide the season up into 4 quarters. Yep. And so right now we just played game 3 of the first quarter. We can come out next week into Oakland and we can come out 2-1-1 and win that quarter. Yeah. And if you focus on winning those first 4 games and take that at a time, you can come out and you can have a home playoff game.
I'm glad you said that, man, because when I was in New Orleans, our captain, Drew Brees, would do the same thing. Every year during the preseason, he would stand up there and we would break down the season in 4 quarters. We would say if we could win 3 games out of each quarter, that should get us into the playoffs, man. So just talk about that mentality and the responsibility that you have now to these fans, to this city, to this organization, man. How are you going to handle all of that, everything that comes along with it?
I'm going to handle it kind of how I've handled everything else in the past. You have a singular focus. Yeah. You put your eyes on a goal and you go work for it. Yeah. You know, there's nothing that can outbeat, working hard. Right. You can't, beat working hard. Yeah. And that's the way I've always had it in my head. And so there's no reason to change it now.
I just want to say this. Y'all heard it, we heard it, and we let it slide. Baker said there's a possibility. He said we take care of each quarter, come out, do what we have to do. We could have a home playoff game.
Look at him. He's trying to get me quoted. He's trying to get me quoted now. I said that's the goal.
Baker, your phone, I'm sure it's been blowing up. It's going to continue to blow up. I don't know if you caught this tweet or not, but let's throw it up there on the screen. Your old coach, there we go. Lincoln Riley. Hey, bud. Bet they forgive you for planting the flag now.
I love him.
Yes, sir.
He's had a huge part of my success. I talk about the things mentally that I've had to do, fight adversity, take it one game at a time, focus on the next play, not getting too high, not getting too low. He's been a huge part of that for me, and so he's a guy I'll always lean on. But I've got a great group here now, too, so I've been blessed to be surrounded with people like this.
That's
great, man.
This has been amazing to be a part of all of this tonight. You did such a great job. Yeah. Thank you so much for spending all of this extra time with us, too. Just like chilling with us over here. We have some more T-shirts that we were thinking maybe you could give to the fans, both you and Joe, because all of these loyal fans, they're still hanging out. They're still waiting. You guys can get up.
There's a few guys in the front row that need shirts, I think. So
they do actually need shirts right there.
Baker Mayfield there and Joe Thomas going over to the fans. Look at how happy these guys are. This is so cool to watch.
Yeah, man, this is special right here. You know what, the energy of this game, the feel of this game to me, it made me think about a win that we had when I was in New Orleans against the Atlanta Falcons, the reopening of the Superdome, the significance of that game, and just the energy and everything that it meant. This had that same feeling to it because all of these fans, man, they've been waiting forever for a win, bro, and they finally got it, man, and they came on the shoulders of Baker Mayfield.
Make sure you get some cake there. I don't know if you want to bring it back for your teammates at all, but enjoy it. Thank you again so much for hanging out, stopping by.
Appreciate it.
And thanks for putting on a show for all of us tonight.
Hey, I was a fan tonight. Honestly, I was a fan. I was chest bumping.
Baker, you should have seen.
We got a couple
pushing him all around.
You got to watch out. The bandwagon's getting a little bit full, boys.
We were jumping around.
I love it. I'm excited, bro.
You had all of us jumping all around. Reggie running sideline to sideline almost. It was great. You've been awesome. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the big win over the Jets. We have so much more coming up here on NFL Network. Coming up on Total Access, we have Von Miller. That is tonight on TA immediately following this post-game show. And we're done here in Cleveland. What a night it's been. We'll be back out in LA next week as the Vikings take on the Rams. See you then.
Good night. Peace.
What numbers we saw from Baker Mayfield tonight in his debut. 73.9 completion percentage. It was an amazing thing to watch here on the field in Cleveland. And coming up next on Total Access, we're going to talk about Cleveland and the Browns, but also Von Miller. That's right. He's stopping by. He's on tonight, Total Access, immediately following the post-game show after we're out of here in Cleveland. Check this out as well. Hugh Jackson.
Jimmy and D. Haslam.
Thank you. Hey, this is not going to be the last one of these we get, right? It's just one, right? So we're going to get another one next Sunday in Oakland, right? All right. Good job. Great job, guys. Thank you.
The owners there, Jimmy and D. Haslam, getting the game ball from Hugh and the Cleveland Police. We won. Wait, oh God. The free beer thing. Okay, Cleveland, stay calm. Go Browns. That's hilarious. Funny. That's right. All of the beer fridges. They were unlocked finally.
There it is.
Bud Light getting it done.
Who was that? Daniels?
Man, I don't know. But these fans, they're happy. Free beer. Who doesn't like that, right? This guy's dressed up. It's awesome. It's the night, the Bud Light night.
Thanks to the money, man.
This makes sense. The Dilly Dilly play. Isn't that the Bud Light commercial? Everything all comes together here. So we had Hugh Jackson said that he has to wait to see the tape to know who's going to be the starting quarterback. Joe.
Give the guy a little bit of break here. This is the first game that he's won in 2 years since Christmas Eve, like when I was playing, which is 100 years ago. So give him a little bit of break. I think we all know who's going to be the starting quarterback next week. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Herb, I was going to tell you, man, go ahead and text Coach Hugh Jackson and say, we already decided for you, brother. We already decided for you. It's going to be Baker Mayfield.
We didn't decide. Baker decided.
Yeah, Baker
he stepped on that football field and did what he did, man. It was just incredible. There's no way you can go backwards now and go back to Tyrod Taylor after that kind of performance.
Yeah,
and as I said before, this offense looked so bad before Baker Mayfield came on the football field, and then it just jumped. It was an incredible jump.
It really came alive.
It really was. It was incredible to watch.
We were both saying just how hard it was to watch. They just couldn't move the football. They couldn't do anything, and it didn't look like a professional football team.
It really did not. And when Baker came out there, he took that group. We so often give credit to guys like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, and rightfully so. They deserve it for raising the level of play of all the guys around them. We saw it in his initial start. In his initial game tonight, he came in the football game and did exactly what we always talk about those wily vets do. He raised the level of everyone around him. It's an incredible thing. I got people on social media talking about my man crush on Baker. I ain't thinking about y'all. Yes, I do have a man crush on him. I watched this live, and if you were here, you would have one too. So shut up.
You didn't even tell him about your nickname that you gave him.
Baker Money Mayfield. That's what I'm calling him from now on. He is money, and he made money throws all day long. That's what a receiver loves.
I should have told him that I called it, that I called him coming into the game time.
I'm sure he would have believed you.
Getting that victory.
You didn't mention that yet. It's weird.
Talking about I got a man crush.
Amazing stuff here for the Browns as they win 21-17. Awesome stuff here from Cleveland.
Yes, I got a man crush.
Woo! Coming up next on Total Access, the big win for the Browns and Von Miller. tonight on TA. That's coming up right now because we are out of here. Thank you guys and good night.
Thank you for watching the U.S. Army Post Game Show. Find out more at GoArmy.com.